One of the unspoken tensions in family business is the fact that different owners will want to engage in different ways. As families and owners evolve, new people will want to participate in more depth or in less depth. But where we often see family owner groups get into trouble is when they don't have explicit conversations about what owner roles they want to play and what that means for the group and what that means for the individual. When you think about other professions, they have language to describe how different people participate. For example, in the medical field, you have an emergency room doctor that has a certain set of education requirements, a certain compensation, a certain expectation for how often they will be at work or not, and what happens when they're at work or when they're not at work, as opposed to a dermatologist or a family medicine doctor who has a different set of expectations as well. But that language doesn't exist for owners. And so in our work with our clients, we've begun to develop 5 different types of owners. The first type is a passive owner, and this person primarily invests their capital. Think of them very much like a public equity shareholder, if you will. Not very deeply engaged at all. The second level, or the second type of owner we like to think about, is an investor. An investor invests their capital and their intellect. They're thinking about their investment, they're questioning, they're considering alternatives. The third type of owner that we like to think about is a steward. A steward invests their capital, their intellect, and their heart. They care about the business deeply. They have a deeper connection to it. It's not just a financial asset. The fourth type is a governor. They invest their capital, their intellect, their heart, and their time. They think of them like a board member or an owner who cares deeply and is involved in making very important decisions about the business. And then the fifth type is an operator. They invest their capital, their intellect, their heart, their time, and their career. And they're much more deeply involved. Understanding these 5 different types of owners helps family owners and family businesses to come to alignment about where they want to engage as owners. Where we see families get in most trouble is when there's one group who would prefer to engage as, say, an operator, look at reams of financial statements and meet fairly regularly, and those that prefer to engage as a steward or an investor, much higher level, much less involvement. Putting this language in place, I think, is really important because it helps families and owners to come to that alignment, to come to an agreement and avoid otherwise unnecessary tension.